Good morning, students. I welcome you to part 3 of the story Old Man at the Bridge. I had explained you till the place where the soldier was trying to persuade the old man to get up from the place where he is sitting and move ahead to a safer place. And he refers him to go to a place called Barcelona. But the old man tells him that he knows no one out there. But apart from this, he was thankful to the soldier for being so kind and so considerate towards him. Today, I move to the last page, that is page number 50. I start my reading. He looked at me very blankly and tiredly, then said, having to share his worry with someone, that cat will be right. I am sure there is no need to be unquiet about the cat. But the others? Now what do you think about the others? Now he looked at me very blankly means he is having no expressions, he is blank, totally tired, and then he is having his worry and concern about one important thing, and that thing is that he is sure for 100% about the cat that yes, the cat is very smart and he is going to, or it is going to look after itself very well. And there is no point of being concerned about the cat or to worry about the cat. The word is, there is no need to be unquiet about the cat. Unquiet means you need not be worried about the particular cat, or you need not be too much tense about the cat. How will it survive or how will it protect itself? He says, I know it very well for the cat that they are supposed to be smart animals. But what about the others? And now what do you think about the others? This the old man is asking the soldier. Why? They'll probably come through it all right. This is what the soldier is saying. Why? Why are you worried about the animals? They are animals. They'll protect themselves. They'll come out of this situation and be all right. The old man says, do you think so? The soldier now says further, why not? I said, watching the far bank where now there were no carts. See, the soldier said, why not? The animals are very smart. They can look after themselves very well. So don't worry. While he was talking to the old man, he was also looking on the other end of the bridge, and he realized that now all the carts have moved away and the people had gone. But what will they do under the artillery when I was told to leave because of the artillery? The old man is saying, how are they going to protect themselves from the artillery? Artillery means the cannon attack, the gun attack. I was told to leave the place. But what about the animals? When the bombs will be dropped or the cannons will be attacked or this artillery attack will take place, what will happen of my animals? So the soldier says, did you leave the dove cage unlocked? I asked. Unlock means open. So what did the old man say? Yes. Then they'll fly. If you have left it open, so the doves will fly. That means now the cat will be safe as well as the doves will also be safe. Yes, certainly they'll fly. But the others, now who is left? The goats only? It's better not to think about others, he said. What did the soldier say? Forget about the others. You just think about yourself. Human life is more important than animals. If you are rested, I would go, I urged. Get up and try to walk now. He said, if you have taken your rest, if you are now okay, I'll also move, I'll go on for my duty. And you also please, the word is here urged. He said, you also please get up and go away from here. Start walking. Thank you, he said, and got to his feet, swayed from side to side, and then sat down backwards in the dust. He said, thank you for being so concerned. Thank you for looking after me for so long. Thank you for talking to me for so long. And he tried to get up and move. But what happened? The moment he got on his feet, he swayed. Swayed means moving from one side to another. And again sunk back in the dust or in the place where he was sitting. I was taking care of animals, he said dully, but no longer to me. I was only taking care of animals. Again, the same thought is coming in his mind. He's very, now you can say, tired, as well as he's very sad. The word dully means he's looking very low. There is no shine on his face. He's full of sadness. He's feeling very bad. He's concerned about his animals. He's saying that I was taking care of my animals. And that was the only thing I was having. That was the only family I was having, of whom I was taking care. There was nothing to do about him. Now the narrator, the soldier, says, now I had no option. I could not persuade him. Now I was not able to understand exactly what to do and what to tell him. It was Easter Sunday, and the facets were advancing towards the Ebro. It was a grey, overcast day. Overcast day means it was supposed to be a cloudy. When it is cloudy, you see black and grey clouds in the sky. So that is why the word is used as grey, overcast day. So he's saying it was a grey, overcast day, a cloudy day with low ceiling. Low ceiling means the clouds were quite low. So their planes were not up, and because it was cloudy, they were not able to launch any air attack. They could not fly their planes lower to the ground. That and the fact that cats know how to look after themselves was all the good luck that old man would ever have. The only good things, the only two good luck what the old man was having was, one, he was alive because there was no air attack at that moment. Otherwise, the fascists would have attacked and people would have died. Second good luck, that his animal cat would be alive somewhere. With this, children, we come to the end of this chapter. Children, whenever I am making videos, I am placing the cameras on the book so that while you are listening to what we are speaking, you can also see the book and you can understand from there what we are reading or what we are explaining. If you are not able to understand anything, if you have any doubts, please ask questions from us. And when the school reopens, then we'll be making things more clear to you when we are face to face. Till then, have a good day, be safe, and thank you.